first of all, we're going to do our poll. So let's get that right out of the way, out of the gate. I think I just have this one question. So I want you guys to just give her a good answer. So of course, you need a Facebook business page to be marketing yourself, right? Yes, yes, yes. We are good. Close the poll. Everybody has. I don't think I need to share the results. And that is the only poll for today. So we are good to go. So what's our first one? Cloud CMA. So how do you go to Cloud CMA? Simple. We all know this one, right? I think everybody's been here for a minute. Sahara, I'm not sure how long you've been in the business. I know Roger and Kim have been in for a bit, and Christine Kilpatrick has been in for a bit. Off to resources. Cloud CMA. So from Cloud CMA, what do we do? So, you know, when you pull up Cloud CMA, it's going to have the most recent information right there. But what we are going to be doing in Cloud CMA is to share what's your home worth. It's just another way to offer information to people of the public. It's also a great way to invite people to do something. So you invite them to find their home's value. Now remember, this is not, it's an algorithm trying to do this. So I will show you the one that I did for my house. And the square footages vary. I mean, there was one, it was a 900 square foot, and that's a little different than mine. How do you start this out? We're gonna go to the upper right-hand corner. If your headshot is here in the upper right-hand corner, perfect. If it's just your initials, you need to get your headshot loaded up, and that will be under account settings. So where would you go for lead generation? I don't know, maybe lead gen. All right. So here we are in the lead generation portion. And sometimes I used to get a little stuck on this one because there was the view the landing page or a copy of the link. Forget all that. I go right down to the very bottom. I do the Facebook share. That's where I do mine. Go right to Facebook. I don't tweet, never really have, shut down the account. I love Pinterest. I don't know if I am looking for real estate ideas. So that might be a great idea as well to share something like that there. I haven't seen what it looks like. You can also embed this in your website. Don't ask me how to do that. There's smarter people than me that know how to do that. I would call tech support if you wanted to do that. You can also use that link on, so if you copy the link, you can use this in your signature line. So for your emails, I've seen that a lot. So don't put the link's name on the string. So you want to embed the link in the name. So search for your home value here and put the link in the word here. So I've seen people try to put that entire link there. I'm like, no, let's not do that. So here we go. How do we share it to Facebook? We're going to click on the Facebook button. And let me blow this up a skosh so you guys can see that a little better. Okay, so right off the bat, we know we need to tell it where we're going to share this at, because this is just going to be to my personal page, and this needs to be to your business page, and you guys know that. So change this. It's going to be on a page I manage, and that's Big Red Homes. Again, we go back to the Big Red, but this is also an unpublished page. Those of you who know me know that I am not, well, I hold a real estate license, but I don't practice. This is what I do. My side hustles are working with Wines for Humanity. Fun job, absolute fun job. And then also dabbling, helping with the other local realtor associations as well. Okay, so of course you want to say something about this. And if you've taken Taylor's social media class, she will tell you, don't post too much here. You don't want, not too little, not too much. It's generally between 1 and 3 sentences worth of information. Looking to sell. Do you know the value of your home? And you gotta have that call to action. Click below to find the value of your home. All right. And there's 3 sentences right there. Okay, and then at the very bottom, that's a post. But how do you know what that report really looks like? Well, of course, you're always going to independently verify. So how I independently verify on mine, on this one, I'm posting to an unpublished page. So it's going nowhere. I can post 25 million times today and nobody's going to see it but me. And that's perfect, because you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over to Facebook and see what just happened. Okay, and I need to go over to my business page. Oh, and of course I've clicked the wrong button. On the left-hand side, Big Red Homes. Ooh, looks like a wine post. Connect. No, no, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, leave that. I'm sure I'll get around to the WhatsApp eventually. Okay, so scrolling down. Here is what I just posted. Looking to sell? Click below to see the value of your home. Okay, and click into the photo. Here is your independent verification, guys. And this is kind of light right here. This is where you add your home address. And not the township, Highland. Okay, I guess you're gonna put me in the township for the minute. I'd love to be paying township taxes. Okay, you do have to tell them, I'm Debbie. My phone is optional, which for some is kind of a bummer. The square footage of your home, and then email it. So you would think that you plug in the square footage of your home and it might give you some parameters around that. No, not at all. So it's now going to email me the client, the report, and at the same time, it's going to email me the agent. So both will get a report at the very same time. So that's because normally you don't want to have to go fishing to see if anybody's found something. You really, really don't. So I'm going to close out this tab. I do not need to be in Facebook. What I do want to be is back into Cloud CMA. So I want to show you guys what this looks like. So we're going to go up over to the CMA tab at the very top. Remember, these are your few different products that we have in here. We don't have HomeBeat. 1, 2, 3, 4 different products in Cloud CMA. It's kind of nice. And here is how you can tell this particular CMA came from Facebook. So that's really nice. And it says that it was sent to Debbie and MI at AT&T. Okay, so you want to view the PDF. What does the client, the future client, get sent? Okay, yep, that's where the home is. There's the name, St. Clair Township, or whatever. So this is going to be based on the reports that you've previously selected. So I'm going to bug out just a skosh. Not too much for you though. Okay. Pardon me. This is a great opportunity to tell you guys about Monday's quick tip video. So every Monday I put out my education corner and it has the quick tip video of the week. Of course, I took a 2-week hiatus and I was asked where it was. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. In this last week's quick tip video, it is number 37. It shows you how to do the May 11th and the Dear Debbie. So Debbie came from the name of this report. So it's pretty nice. And you can edit these. So I've got a couple of quick tips on how to do those. Of course, you can always call me as well. I'm happy to walk our members through some of this minutia here, because there's a lot of stuff. Okay, and the contact me page. Did you know that on this very bottom line, HomeSnap gives you your own web page? So that's a really cool thing right there. And we'll be going into this in just a little bit later, because we'll be doing HomeSnap as part of that lead generation as well. So these are the things that I've added into my profile here, that I have a mobile number, I have this number, I have that information, any designations you want to put in here. Of course, this goes into what is a CMA. You might want to breeze over this stuff. We have the map of the comparables. See, like, really? Out on River Road? Is that home really comparable to mine? I don't know. They will pick a lot of homes on this. Now remember, it's an algorithm. It's a perfect time to reach out to this potential client. Like, you know, I reviewed this and it seems to be some analogies that, or anomalies that don't really mesh. If we could talk about your home just a little bit more, I could probably refine this value a bit, you know, trim out some of these houses that really don't match. So that's a good idea because there's a lot. There's all the solds. So this is oh, there's no 900s this time. The last time I did it, baths. So 2,000 square feet. It's still in the same development though. Same sub. And your pendings. And so here, so previously I did select that side-by-side report. So when they're adding or giving you so many comparables, I think that side-by-side is a little easier to read. You know, if you wanted to go into a little bit more detailed information, I think that's for a future conversation or a future CMA. So I'm going to scroll down, get through all these. So you have your statistics as well, the solds, the pending. And this is always a number of interest to me. So homes sold for an average of 99%, 8% of their list price. Is that the original list price or the last list price that was entered in there? So at an average of 41 days on market, which is, okay, which is generally about where we are. A lot of other information in here. Okay, so this one is 13 pages if you see in the bottom right, because I did select a particular report recently. All right, so let's close out the preview. All righty. So when we come back to our client and say, you know, so we've spoken with the client, you can simply go in and edit this report. So I do want to show you one thing in the edit. So once I've edited, so I picked under the customization. So here's your tabs that you go through here. That's simply when you click update listings, that moves you through each of those tabs. So I'm going to go into the customize. And so here's my theme. This is my modern Cabernet. So that whole wine theme, you know. Layout is the 4-column comparison. And there's a template here. Actually, I thought the last one I did. There is a pre-listing package or a lead gen. So the lead gen should be that 13 pages. So it's nice that there are a couple of them here that have already been set up for you. I like that. So those are one of the big things. Okay, so that's number 1, lead generation, free. Now, however, you can always spend more money on everything, right? So you can boost your posts. You can spend, I boosted a post the other day. I spent $10. I didn't want to go too much. That's me. But I got a couple of more clicks on my posting, and it's not too bad of an expense. Okay, so that is Cloud CMA lead generation post. What's your home worth? All righty. So the next one on the list, we have market stats. So market stats, and I've done a couple of quick videos, the quick tips on these as well. And that's what I love. I love the quick tip videos. There was a question in support not all that long. I'm like, you know, that's a great idea to do a little video and send that out. And that's just been reoccurring for the last 37 to 40 weeks, I guess, that I've really been hitting that hard. We absolutely love it. So if any of you have an idea of something that you're struggling with, you don't know how to, that maybe you'd love to see a video on, I am all about suggestions, really. Okay, so next up is going to be market stats. Market stats is located in the social media lead gen. Cloud CMA is too, but it's under the agent tools. It can be both. So let's go into market stats. Okay, So when I first saw this, I'm like, oh, for the love of it. I'm like, not today. There was just way too much information on here. And I'm like, nope, I shut it down. But that's the joy about being the director of education for MiRealSource. I have to know all of our products. Okay. So I reluctantly opened this up. I'm like, all right, let's just take off, take a bite and chew it and go from there. So what I did, top left, right? That's how you start a paper, top left. So this is your area. I live in St. Clair. And it was so funny, this weekend we were on the west side of the state. Oh, I love the St. Clair Shores area. And my cousin and I were both like, no, St. Clair, a little further up and another county away. So I'm next to Canada here. Canada's behind me. Okay, so I don't want the entire MLS. If I'm marketing to a particular area, if I want to give some information about what's going on in my local market, I want to select my local market. Now, it's just easiest to do either my county or my city. As a beginner, there's a lot more ones you can do. You can actually create your own area in here, which I know it's shocking. I did a quick tip video on that too. That was pretty cool. So I can select my entire area or actually even a school district. So let's show you a couple of the areas that you can do. So in the upper left, that is the entire MLS, and that's a lot of ground. I don't need all that kind of information. So as you can see, I can pick from each city here, or in that dark blue box, I have a county, school district, postal code, an area, or my area. So I'm gonna go with, I'll go with my school district, because that's a pretty good, that'll be East China School District. So this just gives a nice big area around me. I want to let people know what's going on in my market. So remember, you can also, you're going to be giving information as well as asking for business. So there's two different business models here of posting on social media. There's the willing giving of information. Oh man, Debbie's always got such great insight and information. So you want to be top of mind to your sphere of influence. So now that I've selected East China School District, what are the other subjects here? Property types. Do I want to get specific? Do I want to cater to the square footage to smaller homes, bigger homes, or maybe waterfront homes? So that's a nice niche market, right? So you could do a zip code and you have waterfront area, do waterfront marketing, because that is a very different animal than the ones that are a little further inland. So but I'm just going to stick with the one and done. I'm going to pick my area and see what's going on. So you'll notice that when I selected my area, the graph did move. So what does the graph represent? So at the very bottom of the screen, you will see that this is median sales price. Don't forget there's median and average sales prices. So I could change it to average, see how that changes. Brings it up just a little bit. All right, and here is your answer right here. So the answer is East China School District, the average sales price is $270,000. Whew, it is up 21%. And so, and this is just the little things that you can say, and this is April, for April of 21. There are also, down at the bottom, new listings. So on number 1 for sales price, did you know the average sales price of a home in the East China School District is $270,000, which is up 21%? What does that mean for the value of your home? Get some thinking. So if you want to talk about new listings, because right now we are low in inventories. Oh, look, we got a little uptick. Woohoo! Hopefully the market is going to be a little bit more excited right now. Between, if you want to talk about vaccinations, people are getting a little less scared about listing their home. They are also listing homes with a contingency of the homeowner finding suitable housing themselves. So that's another way that homeowners are feeling safer about selling their home. Because with the low inventory, why do you want to sell your home when you can't find a home? There's that old catch-22. So you might want to let them know, hey, with a lot of low listing inventory out there, your competition isn't going to be that stiff for selling your home at a great 21% markup from last year. How many homes for sale, pending, closed, days on market. So there's a lot of different things that you can add here. I find some of the easiest ones to talk about are the average price and the new listings. Those are my two favorite go-tos. Okay, so how do you share this on social media now that you've got a graph you can understand and digest? Well, let's see how to do that. Over here to the right-hand side, you've got print or share, and you can also change your graphs as well. So we're just going to simply share from right here. So your first step is going to be a static graph or a live graph. Now, I don't want a live graph because I'm going to have a particular caption to describe that graph. And the graph changes, my description won't. So I'll be wrong at some point. That's great for a website, doing a live one, so people click on it to see what's going on in the area. So I'm doing a static, so it will not change. And then in the step 2, how do you want to share it? I could do a PDF for printing, and actually that's what I can do to upload into my Cloud CMA for future reports. I can tell them what's going on in the area. Pretty nice. Which I'm pretty sure I've done that one as a quick tip. We'll see. You can also do a CDS if you like grabbing the raw data and seeing what's really out there, but it does default to social media and email. So let's go ahead and hit the share button. And what I find easiest is to simply do view in the new window instead of doing the copy, the paste, blah, blah, blah. Here's my easy way. View in a new window. And remember, all these instructions are detailed in your handout. Okie doke. So this is exactly what it's going to look like when we post to social media. You are branded. There's your brokerage. Your brokerage logo is over here on the right-hand side, and your contact information. And yes, my HomeSnap web is there as well. I have that everywhere. You know, I don't have my own website except for the Wines for Humanity, but I'm not putting that here. So I'm going to share this. Okay, how do you share? Where do you share? That is another great question. Here is your share this page. Facebook, Twitter, email, Google, and the plus is for so much more. You can email the application, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Here's an 181 more. So you can definitely share this everywhere. So I'm going to stick to Facebook again because I know that I have an unpublished page, so I can throw a lot of stuff out there in one day. Okay, let's blow this up so you guys can see it. Okay, and again, to your business page. Share on a page you manage, Big Red Homes. And again, look, my branding is the same. That photo is the same everywhere. It's on Big Red Homes. It's on Wines for Humanity, not MiRealSource page. It's all about branding. You've got to be consistent. So remember to say something about this post. New listings. So these are the new listings for the East China School District. Okay. Are you on the fence about listing your home? Your competition is low, and your price, your sales price, your value is up. All right. Are you on the fence? And always check that grammar. And remember, you can edit your posts. As Lordy knows, I've dropped a letter like that. I'm like, oh, nuts. Like, don't worry, you can edit it. I hate to see them go out wrong, but they can be edited. It's a beautiful thing. All right, and then of course, post. Ta-da. And you can set your posts up for the week. I know some agents, Monday, that's what they're doing. This is their Monday game plan. They set up posts for the rest of the week. That's smart. One day I'll get that far. So I'm going to close this tab. I'm going to go over to my Facebook page. I probably need to refresh. There we are. Ah, there we go. I've got my resolution pretty high for you guys. Okay. Nope, that's what's my home worth. Oh, that's a pinned post from February 16th. Aha, got me on that one. So I don't need to pin that post. There we go. There's my one. Are you on the fence about listing your home? Your competition is low and your value is up. Remember, you can screenshot this if you like what I just came up with. It's not copyrighted. All right. And then, so you can see the stats once you click into it. So they'll be able to see. You should probably tell them to click into it to see the historical view. So right now we have 534 listings out of East China. That seems a little high to me. I like to independently verify total listings. And that's an easy one. Go to Paragon and run a search for all residential in the East China School District. And you should have all of them in there. Very cool. So this one is more about the giving of information. And also I slid in there about you might want to list your home too. Kind of awesome. Okay. Where do we go next on our list? So the next one on your list, so let me pull this up. That is List Track. So typically List Track was a place where, number one, as the name says, you can track your listings. And that's the statistics behind it. So yes, that is still there. However, the single property website is moved to someplace else. It's okay. It's always about who moved my cheese. But the other thing is that single property website texting number is gone. I am so bummed. And the QR code was, that's wasn't really used anyway, so I don't think that was going to be all that missed. Okay, so what does List Track do? So let's go ahead and take a peek at that. We're going to go, I don't need info sparks. So we're going to go back to our resources icon, and we're going to take a peek at List Track. So this is the first page. I really should, I need to be Miss Audra to do this one. You really have to have listings to make this of any value. And don't worry, for those of you freaking out that, oh my God, they can just assume my identity. No, it's just the staff at MiRealSource can do this. This is to help you guys figure out what went wrong in your account, make a change for you, and assume it. Audra, love her dearly. She works with Coldwell Banker Professionals in Richmond. And actually she found my son a home. She's selling my sister-in-law's home and found them a home as well. She's a doll. She's an absolute doll. Okay, once you read your messages, mark them as read, close it. So let's go into the resources. You'll see that her background does look a little different than mine. That's the way she chose it in her preferences wizard. Love the wizard. Okay, resources, List Track. You see Audra has listings, so that actually gives good information. So at the very top is going to be your dashboard. It lets you know where your listings are coming from. But for today, what we're really looking at is the listings. So this used to be how you get to that single property website. It's been so simplified. So these are now the online analytics. Here are her listings. These are pending and active. This is the online analytics, and you can set your sellers to be up on an automated email here. You can do it through List Track. You can do that through the Collab Center. So if you have a homeowner that is selling their home and you're their listing agent, you can give them automated marketing messages through a couple of different products. So these are your reports here. This is no longer your lead gen piece. but it does give you some great information. All right, so where do we find those single property websites? Well, there's two different ways. The easiest way is under your resources icon, and that's that same social media and lead gen. So I'm going to go into the property inventory links. Here are Audra's listings. So you can advertise sold listings. That's pretty awesome. So I'll take this sold listing. There's that listing. So this has been branded to Audra. So she's got her headshot in the top, it's a little dark, contact information, and information about the property. It's great, I love this tool. So from here, your social media is on the right-hand side. Facebook, tweet, Pinterest, email, LinkedIn, and a few others there as well. So I do like this one. So I can share this to Facebook. Now this would be on behalf of Audra that I would do this. However, this is going to go to my non-published page. Sold in 35 days. The capital S. That's what I can do for you. And don't forget, business page, share on a page you manage, Big Red Homes. That's what I can do for you. Post to Facebook. And I love the way these look on Facebook. They are so nice. So you can advertise your sold listings. They will be on the single property website for a while. You can advertise your pendings. You can advertise your active listings, of course. Now, there are a lot of programs out there that brokerages do buy for automated marketing. That's great. However, you want to have that authentic marketing out there. It's one thing to say, yep, we're going to put this out there all the time. Great. But you know what? I also want to add something unique there. You know, they're all doing the same thing. I'm going to do something unique for you. Okay, so let's go over to Facebook. Refresh that page. And see what we have. You know, I need to unpin this post. Or how about we just delete it? Be nice and easy. There we go. There we are. There's our new one. So a nice big photo of the home comes in. That's eye-catching. A photo is worth 1,000 words. So already you're going to notice, oh, okay, Marine City. So right off the bat, I see, you know, this is my market. This is what, oh, I'm interested in Marine City. I love Marine City. Sold in 35 days. That's what I can do for you. And you'll, of course, want to say something about message me, blah, 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 how to contact you. I like that. And if they were to click into the photo, what do they get? They get right to that single property website as well, with all the information. So this one does say sold. So the schedule is showing, probably isn't going to work. It will come to you as a request, you know. So that is the, okay, and of course the same goes for your active listings. Get those out there. I love the green, beautiful. This is actually around the corner, I believe. Yeah, right in here in St. Clair. Right in beautiful St. Clair, Michigan. I love it. Those are the property inventory links that are right off the resources. And of course, you can always do it. You can always do it. Hi, girl. Right from the listing itself. Now, if you haven't seen these, you know, the stats on here are very nice. There's all the stats. There's the features of the home. And of course, the map and contact information is very, very important. And at the very bottom, they get to know how good of an agent you are. Oh, let's see. Or if you're not actually very active, because you know there's a couple of new agents out here. They're like, oh my God, I don't want everybody to see I'm totally new. They can also populate listings from your brokerage. So that's a nice idea. So it's not as if they're going to say, oh, this is her one and only deal. Ah, thanks for that. So we've got our branding everywhere. Always make sure to have your branding, your logo consistent everywhere. From your listing is the other place where you can share these as well. So I'm going to go to, I'm still in Audra's account because I needed her listings. I'm going to go over to the Market Monitor and I'm going to select my info because that's where I can find, if this were me, my listings. Here's all 7 listings. This is the easiest way to find my listings. Just don't ask me to remember an address. It's not going to happen. I am going to, oh, they're both accepting backup. Wow, earlier it was active. Now she's accepting backup offers. All right, I'm just going to go into the one that's still an active listing. And you have all of your quick action icons right here. And the little home with the check mark is your single property website. And remember, if you hover over it, you will see that it says the single property website. Let's go ahead and tap on that. Opens up to the same exact viewing you just saw a few minutes ago. So that's exactly what you have here. And you can share again, Facebook, tweet, Pinterest, all sorts of stuff here. All righty. Now my last is HomeSnap. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of Miss Audra's account, assume, and go to me, and OK. So for this next portion of our show, I am actually going to do this from my mobile device. There we are. So there's my phone. Our last portion is going to be HomeSnap. So I have my phone organized in containers. I have a whole real estate box right here. So I'm going to tap into my real estate and go figure HomeSnap is at the very top. I kind of like it. So I'm going to tap into my HomeSnap. All right, so first of all, I'm going to share my profile. I'm going to go down to the me on the bottom right. And this is actually under the invite. So I will invite. And if you think, oh, okay, here's all my contacts, never, ever, ever do the invite all. There's been some bad stories about it. And remember, how many realtors do you have as contacts in here? They don't need your HomeSnap app. You want to be very selective about who you send it to, but that's not the point of what we're doing right now. We are sharing your profile on social media. And so that's this top one, share your profile link. Now you have 2 options from here. You can post it or tweet it. So I'm going to post. See, again, same photo everywhere, before glasses. And this one here is public. So this one I am not able to select my business page for some crazy reason, but I do want to do the only me button here because I don't really want people picking up my real estate app, not a realtor. So I'm going to tap the only me. And this is one of those ways that when you post something on social media and you're not sure exactly what it looks like, this is what I like to do. I like to do the only me. And then if you like it, you could turn it on then. So I'm going to select done. All right, looking for real estate. So you can tell I really like to do this on my desktop. Looking for real estate. Search like a pro. Like a pro using my HomeSnap app. Click below, blah, blah, blah. Click below, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and hit the next on the upper right. This double check. Oh, can I change it to the news feed? No, cannot. Oh, dang it. Got it. There we go. News feed, only me, and share. Ta-da. And it has been shared to Facebook. Thank you very much. Now we can go back over to Facebook. And this is going to be on my page because it didn't allow me to select my business page. There's my girls. Looking for real estate, search like a pro using my HomeSnap app. Click below, blah, blah, blah. So the one thing I want you to notice, this has a lock beside it. So that is the only me. If I then decide, okay, I'm okay with this post, what I would then do is hit the 3 dots. And I think it is edit the audience. So now I can change it to public from here. Let me just revise this just a skosh. Or I could do my specific friends, but that's how you do that. One more to do. There is actually Paragon listing maintenance. There is a share in there. So let's do, there we go. So in Paragon, I don't think we need the phone anymore. So let's go ahead and shut that down and stop the mirroring. We're good. Look at that. I love technology. Have I said that before? So on this last one, this is your Paragon listing main. There's another way to do this. So if you're entering your listing, that's just the natural progression of it all. Let's go back and be Miss Audra again. If she only knew how many times I was her. Close. I'm going to go back into her listings the easy way using the My Info. See, I even have my market monitor set up to the East China School District because it gives a pretty good area of the homes around me. Alrighty, let's see if she has her little icons not over there. So I can go in and edit a listing. So into your listing maintenance. So here's your more and your maintain your listing. I could also go into listings. There's 2 ways to do everything in Paragon. There's the select an action. And from the select an action, here's the easy part. You have all of these quick action icons here. So when you want to change your listing from active to pending or accepting backup offers or whatever the status is, they are right here. You know, some of those listing maintenance can be done in HomeSnap too, which is really fantastic. You can associate a contact with this one. So on this listing, if the homeowner is also in your contacts, you can simply associate the contact and have that done there. Your remarks, your geocode, that's the pin where the home is. So if you're looking at the home on a map and it's in the wrong location, I don't see that a whole lot anymore, but there is an option to do that, especially so at the golf course around the way, they are all site condos. So it's one giant piece of property with multiple homes on it. And if you want to actually get your potential buyer to the listing, you might want to move that map to the map dot to the home you're actually listing. It's kind of nice to actually know where the property is, or condos as well. When you're looking at, you know, a big condo complex, where is this place located? That's how you want to do it. All right, so here is my share listing on Facebook. We also have a share via text. So if I have a couple people I wanted to text this listing out to, I could. So let's do the share listing on Facebook. And there we have it. This should be the same single property website to my business page. And another test. And post. And I'm believing this should be, no, that is slightly different than the other ones. So that's the nice thing about when you share one listing, you can share it a couple of different ways and they all look slightly different. So it's just nice to be able to hit your market just a little differently. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I know I don't have a whole lot of opportunity to stop and let you think. All right, so let's go to, I'm gonna go back to my business page. And sometimes just clicking around in the wrong ways is sometimes how we do that. There we go, Big Red Homes. There we are. So there's the test. It's just a little different. And you'll see you can have it all in this one, unique St. Clair home on a beautiful. That is the public remarks. So this one does not give you the property address, but it does it. So you have to put in the agent remarks or up here. You can put the address here. So you just got to know what the end result is. So why would I put the address on this one? This is the single property website, has the address right here. Sharing from listing maintenance does not have the address. So this is also the reason, one of the reasons why you can do it as a post to only me first. You can do that on your personal page. See what it looks like. Do you need to make any tweaks? Am I being redundant with my remarks and what comes up on the bottom? And maybe I will even put a picture of these in here for you on the revised handouts. It's always a great idea. There's always new ideas for my handouts. I will have those handouts revised and emailed to you guys. And as always, enjoy our classes. We have them all on our YouTube website. So please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will have this class up in a couple of days. I edit out my ums and my dogs and things like that. And make it at least a nice, enjoyable video for you guys to watch. And as always, don't forget to watch those quick tip videos for those short things, just to give you one extra piece to learn and do.